Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to see what the month of February holds for you in your career and or finances. But today I'm feeling called to do this reading a little differently than we normally do. So to start, what we're going to do is a really short mini reading, just a couple minutes long, that will tell us what the collective energy around money will be this coming month. So what the energetic themes that we all will be experiencing this month around money on a more global or universal scale. And then from there, we will move into the pick a card portion of this reading to see how you can navigate that energy more successfully in February on that kind of individual level. So if you are new here, welcome. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is this deck here that we are going to be pulling from for our quick collective reading. So let's go ahead and dive right into that. Like I said, this will just be real quick, and then we'll go on to selecting your decks. I want to make a note here that with these readings, I am always reading the energy of the present moment and how that is projecting out into the future. That means that nothing is written in stone. You can always shift your energy, your thoughts, your mindset, and your actions to get on a different trajectory, a different reality, a different timeline. So just remember, as you listen to this reading and all teachings of any sort out there, that you are the creator of your reality and of your life experience. So as always, take what resonates with you from this reading and leave what doesn't. So yeah, let's dive in. We're going to pull some cards to see what the collective energy of money in February is going to be. And then we'll do the pick a card portion after that. I'm feeling these cards right here. Maybe one more. What do we have, universe? Okay. All right, so we have Cosmic Celebration, which is what an amazing card to start off for a collective reading. We are all going to have so much to celebrate this month, especially around our finances, around our careers, our professional lives. There's going to be a lot to celebrate, a lot of opportunities to celebrate, a lot of wins. Of course, this is what we want to see whenever we're talking about money and career. Ooh, we have soul wealth. Soul wealth is, it's just like, this is going to be a cosmic celebration that it's very fulfilling. It's not just financial wins, though it could be for many of us. Many people will be celebrating more money coming in this month, maybe bonuses, unexpected commissions, or raises at work or in your business. But it could, for some people, be more of like an inner win of like, you finally start making money in your business. You finally start making money the way you want, or you're doing it in a way that feels really good and easier than ever before to you, right? So there's something really fulfilling about the wins that we're going to be seeing this month, kind of collectively. This already is, as this is coming through my collective, is giving me the energy of a lot of there's a lot of calm yet celebratory energy this month for the collective that we can all tap into this month, that we can all experience around money and success. Oh my gosh, and then we have the Goddess card, which is so perfect. The Goddess card is all about opening up to receive. And as we look here too, we see in Cosmic Celebration, she's very open, right? Her chest is opening. She's opening herself up, her heart up to the world. Again, we have our soul wealth here. We have this light coming from the Goddess's chest, right? There's so much, and also her third eye. And we also have, soul wealth here. So they're in cosmic, right there. So I get the sense again that this month of February, collectively speaking, is going to be full of opportunities for us to see collectively a lot of kind of more positivity around the economic state of the world, around finances, around, I could see around things like home and family, especially with soul wealth. So maybe the housing market has some sort of positive shift in some way. There could be things like that, but I also get the sense that just generally speaking, there's going to be an energy that we're all kind of collectively tuning into this month that is so full of possibility, so full of wins, so full of things to celebrate. But the universe is saying, right, that these celebrations, while they might be financial or they might be very quantifiable or measurable, are going to be more so wins that we feel on a soul level. Like these are going to be really meaningful wins. So it might also be very small wins, but wins nonetheless. And the universe is also saying we're going to start to see the collective be a little bit more prioritizing those wins a little bit more. and looking for those ones a little bit more. So this might be, again, this makes sense as to why I was getting that energy of kind of a calm yet celebratory energy, is seeing, again, kind of more of a push this month. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more posts on social media about slow living, about being in the present moment, right? Like the wealth that's available to us, the abundance, the peace of mind, the fulfillment that's available to us in the present moment, and how much richer our lives are in the present moment. So again, this isn't to say that there isn't big wins around money out there for us this month, but I do see that what we're going to see so much of in the month of February collectively is a lot of more positivity around finances, around maybe the job market, the housing market. I also just get the sense that we're all going to have opportunities individually and collectively, or maybe in your team or in your company, to start kind of redefining what the goals are, right? To start redefining what the goals are, meaning it's not just about the bottom line with money, right? We're starting to see paradigm shifts in general in the collective around wealth being so much more than just money in the bank, right? That's in my definition. I always say money in the bank makes you rich, but money in the bank that comes in a really aligned way and in a fulfilling way, that's true wealth. So we're seeing more of a collective shift to prioritizing more of that wealth, more of a wealthy lifestyle, not just a rich lifestyle. And I think we're going to see a little bit more of a swing toward that this coming month, is what the energy is feeling like. And that's really exciting because it also just means we get to probably celebrate some individual wins. We get to celebrate more individual wins that, we're coming more into alignment with how we want to be making money, with how we want our careers to feel, with more fulfilling work that we're doing. So this is our collective kind of energy that we're playing with. I'd sum it up by saying it is this opportunity for calm, nourishing wins around how we make money, right? That's kind of what's out there. Nourishing, soul-fulfilling wins and opportunities for celebration is what we're playing with, which is such a beautiful energy. Sometimes energy can be a little bit harsher, a little bit more like we're doing healing work, or we're turning inward, or, there's some resistance move through. These are all really beautiful, really open cards, really, really positive light cards. So yeah, I'm going to clear these away. I'm going to move them off to the side. We'll keep these around for all of our readings just because this is the overall theme we're working with. And I'm going to bring out our decks so that you can pick your deck. And then we'll dive into those more detailed, more personalized readings, as much as personalized as we can get on a general reading like this. Okay, so now that we know that we're going to be playing with the energetic themes of really soul-fulfilling celebration and wins around money and career and success this month, it's time to pick your deck so that we can see how you will more individually experience this energy, and just to see if there's any messages the universe and my collective that I channel from has for you around how to successfully navigate that energy this month in your life. So if you skipped right to this part, I recommend going back to the beginning of this video and just watching the few minutes at the beginning where we pulled these 3 cards and talked about the collective energetic theme that we're all going to be kind of experiencing and navigating throughout February. And once you've done that, assuming you've done that and you're here now, let's talk about your deck so you can intuitively tap into which one or multiple ones feel aligned for you. So we have decks 1, 2, and 3 here. With these, I will show you your crystals in a moment. I always like to say which decks each are in case you love them and want to go grab your own copy. As an Oracle author myself, I always want to give people their shout outs for their beautiful, amazing work and messages. So this first deck, for deck 1, we have the Spirit Animal Oracle here. For deck 2, we have the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. And for deck number 3, we have the Healing Waters Oracle. And I picked all of these decks before we did our collective reading, just intuitively, and now I can see why I was just guided to pick all blue decks and these very calm feeling decks. And now I understand because of our collective reading of that kind of calm, celebratory, nourishing, healing energy, especially, with these decks that has a lot of that energy, but yet activation wins. So really, really perfect alignment. I also see why I was drawn to have my lapis lazuli obelisk out. It's all coming together now. It all makes sense. So go ahead and tap into your intuition, see which of these piles you want to dive into with your reading. You, of course, are welcome to listen to multiple piles, multiple readings. There might be guidance for you in multiple decks here. We will be using all of these decks in each of the readings, but we'll start off with whichever one you pick. So if you like to pick with crystals, for deck 1, we have the Smoky Quartz Crystal. Or these are all crystal points, I should say. That's what that one looks like. Deck 2, we have Rose Quartz Crystal Point. And deck number 3, we have the Labradorite Crystal Point. That is what that one looks like. So, if you need to, go ahead and pause the video, take however long you need to choose, and then you can find the timestamps below in the description, and I will also put them in a pinned comment for you as well, so you can easily jump to whichever pile or piles you are called to. And with all of that being said, I will see you in your reading. Hello, deck number 1. You picked the Spirit Animal Oracle deck and the Smoky Quartz Crystal. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially or professionally in the month of February. If you skipped right to this point in the video and didn't watch the first few minutes, I recommend going and checking that out if you feel called to. That is where we pulled these 3 cards. We did a short little collective reading to see what the collective energy is that we're all working with in February around money and success and career. What we ended up with was this very kind of calm yet celebratory energy, wins that are available to us that are not just financial wins, but also nourish us on a soul level that feel very aligned with how we want to be making money. So really, really cool, big energy that we're all working with, very calm, grounded yet exciting wins available to us all, collectively and individually. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. Now, we are about to dive into your reading. A quick reminder before we do that I do not currently offer private readings to the general public, so please be aware of anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me and offering readings. Those people are not me. I will never message you and tell you that I have a message or reading for you and that you need to pay me to get it. The only place that I do offer personalized readings is in the Wealth Vibe membership, where my members have opportunities to get personalized card pulls from me, along with tons of other exclusive content around money mindset and manifestation. So the link for the Wealth Vibe membership and for the Wealthy Woman Oracle, if you want to get your own copy, are both in the description below. All right, with that being said, let's dive into your reading and see what's in store for you financially or career-wise in February and how you can navigate this really beautiful potentiality, right? This beautiful energy of really nourishing wins around money, how we can really tap into that and navigate it and harness it. All right, so let's see. Universe, collective, what does deck 1 need to hear in order to really tap into all the celebration that's available to them, all the wins, all the fulfilling, soul-nourishing wins around money and career that are available? What's that going to look like? Any guidance around it for deck 1? Ooh, feeling this one too. All right, so let's see what we have here for you. We have Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. So the universe is saying there is some really big wins available to you. You have some opportunities that are going to be coming to fruition this month. I get the sense this is something you've been working toward, something you've been dreaming of for a while now. Again, this might be, I get the sense of like some sort of promotion, some sort of up level, maybe in your business or your professional life. I see you coming out on top. You have this crown, right? This grasshopper spirit, this crown, this regalness to you, like this victory, this being in command, in charge. I wouldn't be surprised if you are starting to be seen as more of an authority in your field, in your career, if you are getting promoted or you're moving into more of a managerial role, anything like that. But the universe is saying there's going to be a leap of faith you need to take to get there, right? There's going to be a little bit of you needing to trust yourself and trust the universe, right? Trust that it's okay for you to take that leap of faith. So there's some big wins available to you that you're most likely gonna conquer and come out on top from, but you have to be willing to take that leap of faith. It's not just gonna be handed to you. I don't get the sense it'll be hard, but I get the sense that you're gonna need to meet the universe part way. You're gonna need to take that leap toward it. You're going to need to kind of claim it, and there might be a possibility that you fail or you look foolish or things don't go how you want, but the universe is saying you gotta leap and see where you land and see how no matter where you land, it's all going to be working out for you. So that's really exciting. The flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. Yeah, so we have embracing, like I said, like the not knowing, embracing like you're going to see some opportunity, you're going to see something you want to go for, or something you've been working toward in your career and you're starting to get closer, you're tasting it, and you're not going to know whether it's going to work or not for a little bit. That's where that leap of faith comes in. But the universe is saying, embrace the in-between. Embrace the adventure of not knowing. Ooh, the universe is saying, embrace the adventure of not knowing whether you're going to succeed or fail. Because chances are you're going to succeed, and if you don't succeed in the way you think you want to succeed, or you think it should look, it's going to work out even better because everything's working out for you, is what the universe is saying. So this month is really for you going to be about not just up-leveling, but that is something that's available to you, which is very exciting. Not just up-leveling in your career, in your finances, in your professional life, but it's going to be a month where the big win is not just the external thing. The big win is not just, oh, I got a raise, or I got that promotion, or I landed that new job, or I had that huge successful launch, or podcast interview in my business, and now my social media is blowing up. Like, that's something like that is available for you, and that's something that you might be leaping into. But what you're really going to come away from this month with is actually this lesson, this opportunity that the universe is giving you to be okay with not knowing whether you're going to succeed or fail at what you're trying to leap into. It's going to be your ability to embrace the in-between. That's the real gift here. And I can tell you, as an entrepreneur myself, having been in business for over 5 years now, multiple 6 figures, building that up from nothing, there's so many times, and there's still to this day times when I do things. It's like every week I do things and I'm like, I have no idea if this is going to work or not. I have no idea if this is going to land, if I'm going to land on my feet. I have no idea if this will succeed or fail. But I've learned to embrace the in-between. And the universe is saying, this is your time to learn to embrace the in-between, to embrace the not knowing, to actually have fun with being like, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. And that's actually really fun. Because if you always knew you would always get what you wanted or not, you wouldn't take risks, you wouldn't grow, you wouldn't kind of stumble and then learn things from failures, or learn how to kind of even manage, I'm getting your own nervous system, manage your own inner peace. So the universe is saying, and this makes sense with, there's potential wins for you, big wins and up levels. But the real treasure in it, the real riches, is you going to be able to, whether you win or fail, it doesn't matter, because it's all going to work out for you, is what the universe is saying. Because if you fail and don't get that job you want, or whatever, that launch doesn't go well, it's going to lead to something even better down the road. So don't even stress about it. The universe is saying, if you can really learn this lesson that you're being given, this opportunity to embrace not knowing if it's going to work, embrace the adventure of life, embrace it, and also be throughout it confident in who you are and your capability to figure it out no matter what happens, that's going to lead you to so much more wealth and success down the road, and just so much more inner peace, so much more confidence. And that's really valuable. And I can speak to that personally as well. That's probably one of my favorite things I've cultivated in my money and entrepreneurial journey, has been my willingness to leap and not know if it's going to work out. But that makes it fun. And that's what has led to the most growth, the most inspiration for me over the years, the most success. That's how I honestly landed my publishing deal for this deck, which I have big news that I'll share with you all later this month on that. But you just don't know. You don't know if things are going to fail or succeed, and you have to be okay with that. And that's going to allow you to take that leap of faith, and that knowing that no matter what, no matter where you land, no matter what the outcome is, it's going to work out overall for you, because you can trust yourself to figure it out. You know that, the universe is all saying, whether you succeed or fail, you have to understand that that doesn't have any bearing on how amazing you are. right? It's very easy for us to think that when we don't get the job or we don't make the sale in our business or whatever it is, that it's something wrong about us, that it's a reflection of us as a person. And it's not. It's just a reflection of that situation, right? And so it's like, don't stress about that. This is an opportunity for you to really almost detach from the outcome. You can desire where you want to land, but not be attached to it, not make it mean anything about you. So really cool growth. Oh, of course. And we have moth spirit, surrender now. So what did I just say? So absolutely. So it's like, as you're leaping, how you're going to really be able to be more of a match for the thing you want, that up level you want to leap into, and how you're going to be able to embrace that. In between is just surrendering. It's just knowing that you can only control what you can control, and the rest you have to leave up to the universe, to others, and you don't stress about it, and you just surrender, right? And know, like I said, you're going to land where you're going to land, and there's no point in stressing about it. There's no point in stressing yourself out about it. And of course, our other card we pulled was Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. The universe really is telling you, I've got your back. Let me help you get there. Let me help you get to where you want to go. It may end up looking exactly how you want it. It may also not, but that it's because I'm repositioning you for something even better. I'm redirecting you to what you do truly want. Oh, I just saw 1111, so it's beautiful confirmation for you. The universe is saying, know that no matter what, you're going to be on track to what you want. You might think you know how it's supposed to look when you manifest the money or the success you desire, but you actually don't. That's just one of an infinite ways it could look. And maybe not getting exactly what you want at first is all part of the plan to actually get you what you want, or even something better than that. But also, this isn't to say you're going to fail. That's not what this reading is. The energy's coming through is you're not going to know whether you're going to succeed or not. There's a good chance you're going to succeed is what I'm seeing. There's a good chance that you are going to succeed and land where you want to land when you take that leap of faith, and you're going to be celebrating that, I see, toward the end of the month. But if not, you're still going to be celebrating, because as long as you can learn when you're taking that leap of faith to be okay with no matter what happens, because no matter what happens, you're amazing. And of course, you're eventually going to get where you want to be in one way or another, because the universe is co-creating with you, is helping you. You're not alone in it. Then you're going to be celebrating that you didn't maybe even get that job. Maybe you find out if you didn't get it, it was actually a really toxic work environment. You're so glad you didn't get that job and leave your current one for it, right? Like, just an example. But the universe is saying there's so much available to you in your career, especially in the way that you make money, whether you're just starting a career or shifting careers or building on what you currently are already doing. There's so much available to you, and it's going to feel better than you ever could imagine it feeling. But you have to let go a little bit so that the universe can help you get into the right position for it. So let's pull from our next deck. Get any other guys. This is really, really exciting deck one. Like, it's easy to say, right? When it's not, when I'm not on the other side of the reading, of course, when I'm on this side of it, it's very easy for me to look at this and go, oh, well, that's exciting, but this is the inner wins, the inner growth is what's exciting. And it's also just kind of like with my past as a mindset coach and business mentor, like that's what I really enjoy seeing in people and in myself. But of course, like, I want you to win financially, but this is what really excites me when I'm looking at your reading, is just how much personal growth. Because when you have that ability to hold the in-between, I sometimes call it like the void state, right? Of like not knowing, or not knowing what the next right step is, or not knowing where you're going to land, not knowing how things are going to work out, whether you'll succeed or fail. I hate saying fail because it's success in a different form, right? But when you learn that ability, when you really can hold that energy, you become unstoppable. And you will experience so much more in this life and take so many more, I guess, risks, but also just bold actions in your life than most people will, because you're not afraid anymore. This is really learning to release the fear, to surrender, to co-create with spirit, to be able to take leap after leap after leap. I see that if you can really master that lesson and learn that this month, that this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you'll be celebrating. And there's going to be so many more celebrations and up levels for years to come, for the rest of your lifetime. Like, this is really a big learning point for you. Deck one. Let's see if there's any other. I might put at least one more. I feel like at least one more in here for deck one. And there it is. Okay, we have Earth Star activation, which is anchoring, grounded energy, Isis energy. So again, this is just more confirmation and a little bit of specific kind of practical guidance for you. If you're struggling this month to be okay with being in the between, with surrendering, with being okay with and having that healthy detachment around your goals and what you're trying to leap into. If you're struggling with that at all, do some grounding work. So working with your root chakra might be part of this. I could also see a lot of grounding breath work. Also just earthing, being in nature, being in earth, like anchoring yourself down to earth. Also visualizing. I do visualization pretty frequently to ground myself, of just that visual of when I'm in meditation, of roots growing down from my tailbone into the earth, right? And going deep down into the earth and anchoring myself down into the earth and letting the earth nourish me through those roots as well. So I offer that to you, any of that feels aligned, whatever you do to ground yourself. This is a month to really be grounded. Again, I talked about at the beginning of the reading. Collectively, this is very grounded, soul-fulfilling, nourishing wins and lessons this month around money and success. We also have Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. Again, you are so supported, Deck 1. The universe is like, I've got you. I got your back. Don't stress. It's all going to work out. I'm here for you. You might have angels that you work with or protecting you or coming forward to help you and guide you through the sleep and guide you and help you to surrender and be okay with that in between. I also see that this might be an opportunity where you are speaking your truth more. This might be something where maybe you have a podcast or a YouTube channel in your business and that just blows up. Maybe this is if you're a singer or public speaker, your career just starts to really take off, or you have a big opportunity that you kind of leap into and you don't know if it'll work or not, or if you'll land the record label or whatever it is. This could also just be in your job. It could be you're getting a role where you get to have more influence, where you get to speak your truth more, be in your power more. That's really beautiful. So yeah, we'll pull some more cards from you, but just some more kind of more clarity, more practical guidance for you. Also ask your angels, ask your spirit team, ask the universe for support if you are feeling like you're really struggling with surrendering, even if you're doing the grounding work and you're struggling to take that leap of faith and be okay with whatever the outcome is going to be and just enjoy the free fall and enjoy the exhilaration of this life and the adventure of your trajectory. If you're struggling with that, like, ask the universe for support. Ask for signs, ask for angelic guidance, ask for angel numbers, ask for whatever it is for you. But use your voice, right? Ask. Say prayer. Ask for what you need to feel supported, to feel confident in taking that leap in that really detached, beautiful way. And let's get our last cards out here for you. See what else Deck 1 needs to hear. No, not that one. At least one more. I also get the sense that you're just right where you need to be. Deck 1, you're like perfectly positioned for everything you want. We have the Sweet Waters. Make sure you can see this on camera. We have the Sweet Waters, which is sensuality, romance, enjoyment, fertility, balance. So again, enjoyment of life. I also am seeing it might help you to just take a step back. Like, I get the sense maybe you've been kind of a workaholic lately. Maybe you've been working quite a bit, working yourself to bone, working toward this thing that you're trying to leap into. The universe is saying, in order to detach a little bit from it, get back in tune with your body. Get back into, maybe if you have a partner or if you're dating, like go have some fun. Go, enjoy being, whether it's physical or just being with someone that lights you up. Like, just go be in that for a little bit. Pull a little bit back from whatever it is that you're trying to leap into, whatever big goal you have that you're moving toward this month. Take a little bit of time to just forget about it for a little bit here and there, for a couple days, once a week or something like that. Because in doing that, you're going to give the universe and angels room to co-create with you. Like, the universe is kind of like, I need you to take your hands off the wheel a little bit so I can drive and just steer a little. So you don't have to do all your own, right? Is again the message. But just go like enjoy the sweetness of life. Have that balance. Enjoy your loved ones, your partner. Enjoy your body. Go move, go for a hike, go run, go exercise. Whatever it is that calls to you that is not work or money related, just for a little bit. Even if you had like one big day where you just took a day-long hike, or when I could even see you going to a spa potentially with a loved one, whether it's romantic or not, something like that, just to replenish and remind yourself that there is a life outside of this goal. And again, this will help you with that detachment a little bit. It sounds so simple, but it's so key. This is also something that the Goddess card tells us quite a bit, is like, allow yourself to receive the goodness. Allow yourself also, you're saying, the more you tap into all the abundance you have in other forms that aren't money or success right now, the more of a match you're going to be for that, because you're going to remember, oh, I am abundant regardless of whether I get this thing or not. It's going to, again, help you detach from it and therefore be more of a match and be more desirable to whoever might be giving you this opportunity. And then we have the sirens. Use your voice, expansion, freedom. Again, we had voice here, expansion, freedom. The universe is saying part of this leap of faith might just be asking for what you want too. Is like, it might be asking your boss for that rise. It might be applying for that job. It might be pitching yourself somewhere to something. It might be, really showing up and selling fearlessly in your business and sharing your offers or your products fearlessly. It might be speaking more authentically than you ever have before on your podcast, or sharing that really vulnerable song you wrote, right? Like, really use your voice, but like, ask for what you want. Ask for what you want from whoever you need to ask it from, right? Like your boss, the hiring manager, that one place, your audience, right? Like, that pitch yourself to that record label, whatever it is. Ask for what you want. And you can ask the universe too. But like, part of the leap of faith is going to be maybe making your move, shooting your shot to try to get to where you want to be. Again, always do what is in alignment for you. Do what is right for you. Use your best judgment. But look at, no matter what you're doing when you're taking that leap of faith, how can you use your voice to create more freedom for yourself? How can you ask for what you want to create more expansion for yourself? I get the sense it'll be received very well if you do it from that detached place, right? It's a siren song. It's very alluring to people when you are a little bit detached, when you are so confident in who you are and what you already have in your life. You are so magnetic to other people, to opportunities, and to money. So yeah, this is really exciting, deck one. There's so much outwardly and inwardly that you can be celebrating this month if you really lean into learning to be in that in-between and that detachment and co-creating with the universe and having that balance. That's so beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel for future card readings, channel messages, and other spiritual tips and tools for manifesting money. And if you struggle to consistently think and feel and act as though you have the wealth you desire, so that you can be that energetic match for it and actually manifest into your life. If you find yourself struggling to really surrender and trust that no matter what, you are going to eventually get to where you want to be and that you are abundant now, like you're just constantly being pulled out of that high vibe energy around money because your current 3D reality isn't reflecting back to you what you want to see immediately, then you are more than welcome to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. I created this membership because I wanted a space that helped me and others to hold the energy of abundance. And doing this work for 5+ years, I know that is often the hardest part of manifesting the wealth we desire. It is my favorite place to hang out on the internet. It is full of like-minded people, resources, a book club, and monthly challenges to help you find new modalities and practices for manifesting money. It's also the only place where you can get exclusive and sometimes personalized card pulls from me. So the link for the Wealth Vibe membership is in the description below, and I would love to get to connect with you there if it feels aligned to you. And of course, if you want to grab your own copy of The Wealthy Woman Oracle, the link for that is also in the description below. With all that being said, I'd love to hear how this reading resonated with you. Make sure you like the video and comment below. Let me know what you're taking from this, what resonated. I'd love to get to cheer you on and celebrate with you this month because there's going to be a lot to celebrate. So yeah, I am wishing you so much prosperity and abundance in February, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. You picked the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle and the Rose Quartz Crystal Point. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially or professionally in the month of February. Now, if you jumped right to this pile without watching the first few minutes of this video, I do recommend going back and visiting that section. That is where we did our collective card pull and pulled these cards here to just see the collective energy that we're all working with around money and career and success in this month. So we ended up with this really beautiful energy that we're all stepping into and experiencing collectively and also on an individual level of having a lot of really exciting opportunities and potential up levels around money to celebrate, but doing it in they're going to be very grounded, very soul nourishing things. So if you want to go check that out and you haven't, please do so. Now we are about to dive into your reading of this deck you picked to see how you can individually more navigate this energy and what's going to come up for you within it this month. A quick reminder before we dive in. I do not currently offer private readings to the general public, so please be aware of anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me and offering readings. Those people are not me. The only place that I do offer personalized readings is inside of the Wealth Vibe membership, where my members have opportunities to get personalized card pulls from me, along with tons of other exclusive content around money mindset and manifestation. So the link for the Wealth Vibe membership and for the Wealthy Woman Oracle, if you want to get your own copy, are both in the description below. I will also probably pin them in the comments for you. So with that being said, let's dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially or career-wise in February and how you can navigate that energy of really grounded, soul-nourishing celebration that we'll all be able to tap into this month. Okay, so let's start shuffling. Let's see. What is deck two? What can deck two expect on the horizon for February within this celebratory energy? How can they leverage it? How can they tap into it? What messages do we have for them? Universe, this card is calling to me. If I can get it out. There we go. This one. At least one more card, maybe two. Get the sense there's one more in here for you. There it is. Okay, so right off the bat, we have serious star blessing. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. So right off the bat, the universe is saying you are on the right track. Whatever you're thinking of doing, go for it. Go for it. Right? Take bold action. Your bold action will be rewarded this month, especially in your career. Bold action, fearless action. That's what you're kind of being called to step into. And on the other side of it is so much celebration, so much win. That's how you're going to really tap into this collective energy we all have access to this month of, opportunities and potential for money to come to us in really soul-affirming, soul-nourishing, fulfilling ways. The way you're going to tap into that, deck two, is through taking that bold action that's been on your mind. Or if I'm getting the guidance here from my collective, they're saying if there hasn't been bold action on your mind, it's whatever you're running away from needs to be looked at fearlessly. Right? So there's a lot of fearless, courageous energy that you're being called into in order to unlock the abundance that's available to you this month. We also have I am presence, light body activation, accessing the divine within. Okay, so how you're going to be able to take that bold action is take it from that place of knowing the divinity within you. Take your bold action. Don't just, the universe is saying, don't just take your bold action this month or address the fears or the things you've been running away from this month. Don't just look at those things or do those things willy-nilly, just to get them done or just to try to get to the money. Do them by first activating and connecting with your higher self, the universe, your connection to it, and then from that place take action. And that's what's going to lead to those rewards, to the success you want, especially in your career. Possibly this might be tied into, of course, then more money coming in. So that's that first piece, is make sure that you're going about these bold actions from a very aligned place, a very centered place, a very confident place, a very activated, soul-charged place. The universe is also saying you're going to surprise yourself with how bold and how fearless you can be, with how much stronger you're going to come out the other side of taking these bold actions, with how much is actually to gain. I think there's more to gain, is what I'm getting. There's more to gain here than you even realize. And this isn't to put extra pressure on you or freak you out. It's quite the opposite. The universe is saying you're going to go take whatever bold action or address whatever you've been not really addressing. You're going to do that courageously, fearlessly, if you can tap into that connection to your higher self, connection to the universe. Remember, I am the divine. It's an affirmation that's coming through for you. I am the divine. I am source. Maybe it's I am presence even. Affirming that to yourself, being in that energy and taking that action. You're going to do that, and you're going to surprise yourself with how masterfully you do it, with how effective it is, and with how big of a payoff you see. Like the universe is saying the rewards you're going to reap on the other side of that are so much bigger than you even realize right now, which is really exciting. You can't even imagine the amount of payoff there's going to be for you on the other side of this fearless action you're going to take, as long as you're doing it with that energy of the divine, with carrying that, knowing that you are the universe in motion, and being so centered and aligned with that. Use that to fuel your actions, and you're going to see way more payoff than you thought was possible. The universe is also saying you're going to really understand this concept of how you are an extension of God, source, the universe, whatever you want to call it. You're going to understand that on a much deeper level through taking this bold action. You're going to truly understand that in a new way, I'm getting in a new dimension even. So I think you're going to start to see more of your creative power this month, your ability to create and shape your reality, your strength in this lifetime. You're going to see so much more of that. That's part of, I think, also what you're going to be celebrating. It's not just the amazing bounty that's on the other side of it that the universe is pointing to and saying there's even more than what you expect. You're, of course, going to be celebrating that. But I think you're also going to be celebrating yourself for finally taking this big action, doing something that requires some bravery that's maybe outside your comfort zone, and doing it so confidently. Like, you're going to be surprised at it, and it's going to make you realize your strength. It's going to make you realize your true power. And it's going to then lead you to create even more and more abundance for yourself down the road. So that's really cool. Now we have the central sun, abundance downloads, regeneration, success. We love to see it, right? Again, confirmation that all of this is going to create, again, more downloads for more success as you take this bold action. It's like success begets success begets success. And this isn't to say if you aren't already successful, you can't be. It just means once you get into that groove, it's easy to stay there. And you're going to get more ideas, more opportunities coming to you, more downloads to create more wealth in your life. But it's all on the other side of connecting with your divinity, connecting with your power as the creator of your reality, and then taking bold action from that place. And then, of course, it's just going to open the door to more and more. And you're going to feel reborn. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if there's some sort of rebirth for you here. This could be, honestly, this might be a huge shift in your career. But I see it more as an inner rebirth, like an ego death and rebirth. And it makes sense, you're going to be a new version of yourself by the end of this month, especially where finances and career are concerned. You're going to see yourself in a whole new light. And when we see ourselves in a whole new light, that's when we can really, like I said, take hold of our power and wield it more effectively in our lives and really create what we desire. That's when we become untouchable. That's when we become capable of creating whatever we want, is when we reforge ourselves. I see you reforging yourself to be the version of yourself you've always wanted to be this month. And it's going to happen because you're going to see yourself, you're going to see what you're capable of this month through your bold actions. And you're going to be celebrating. So again, you'll be celebrating the wins on the other side, the fruits of that labor, financially, materially, career-wise, whatever it is. But you're also going to be really celebrating the inner success, the inner transformation. You're going to be like, this is who I finally always wanted to be. Wow. I'm getting emotional as I'm feeling this energy come through. I feel like you've been waiting for yourself, deck 2. You can let me know in the comments if this resonates, but I feel like you've been waiting almost your whole life to be who you're going to end up being by the end of this month, as long as you're willing to connect to that divinity within you. Wow. Yeah, you are, you've been waiting almost for the real you to show up, and you're like, why don't I feel like all of me? Why don't I feel as powerful in my life? Why don't I feel as in control in my life? And you were just saying that's all going to change. That's all available for you to change if you're willing to connect with source, connect with your higher self, and then use that to fuel whatever bold action, addressing whatever you've been running away from, taking that big, I don't know, maybe it's a risk, maybe it's just applying for that job you think is way out of your league, pitching yourself super confidently, whatever it is. It's like you're going to do something this month, surprises yourself, surprises the people around you, pays off massively, as long as you're connected to that divinity within you. That's the key, right? You have to be, or else it's not gonna fly. But assuming you do that, you're going to start to, you're gonna get to that this month. You're gonna look at yourself and you're gonna see yourself so differently. Your self-concept is going to have been shifted so radically. You're going to have a new kind of identity or way of looking at yourself, and you are going to, like, I'm just getting tears of joy is what I'm like physically experiencing right now. You are going to be like, finally, this is who I've waited to become my whole life. And it's not, let's be clear, it's not because you finally have maybe more money or a job that you've always wanted. Of course, that helps. But it's gonna be because you understand your power in a new way, on a deeper level than ever before. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. All right, we're gonna pull some more cards for you. Wow. I'm kind of blown away by that. Deck 2. A lot of this is somewhat similar to deck 1, but it's a very different energy of theirs was much more surrender. Yours is much more of claiming your power, and for you it's a much bigger transformation inside. And that's not to say either one's better or worse than the other, but this is what you're ready for right now. Deck 2. So we have follow the stream, dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. Gentle force, consistency, persistency, patience, the long game. And we have the healing lagoon, rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, it's safe to stop. So this is kind of your journey for this month, I see, is the universe is saying, first of all, right now, where you are right now watching this video, in terms of where you are in your finances, in your career, trust that you're in the right spot, and your focus right now should just be on, again, connecting with that divinity to take the bold action, but taking bold action that's going to help set you up for success in the future, in the long run, right? Looking at the big game, the long game. It's also here with gentle force, right? We have future rivers and oceans, dedication, trust. We have consistency, persistency, patience, the long game. So what you're doing right now, this bold action you're going to take, what the wins that are available to you this month, honestly, even just your realization of the full power you possess in this lifetime, that you're going to step into by the end of the month through taking that bold action that's fueled by source and your connection to it. Just by doing that, you're setting yourself up for such long-term success. This is not just a short-term win that you're celebrating this month. This is a long-term, big picture win. So this might be something significant where you're setting up some sort of income stream that is going to pay dividends for years. This might be you land some sort of job that allows you to be kind of financially set for the rest of your life, right? Like you are setting yourself up for so much future success. It's not just a short-lived win right now, but that needs to also be your focus, right? So where you are right now as you're watching this reading, as you're hearing these words, is asking yourself, okay, how can I make sure that whatever bold action I'm thinking of taking or whatever I've been running away from that I need to fearlessly address, how can I do it in a way that keeps the big picture in mind, right? How can I do it in a way that keeps the big picture in mind? And once you do these things, right, and again, I see like there's going to need to be some consistency with your bold action. It could be something that you take one big bold action, it pays off, but I think it's gonna be something you're kind of working at throughout the month, which a month is a very short amount of time in the grand scheme of things. But it's something that, again, maybe you've been working toward, but you are Definitely just kind of keep plugging away at it this month. Stay persistent with the boldness, with your connection to source. Keep recommitting to it whenever you wobble a little bit. And if, by the way, you wobble in your connection and to your power, you wobble in your ability to hold the vision and that energy of abundance, that's what I created the Wealth by membership to do. So the link for that is in the description if you want to come join us and get that support for that. But once you've done this, once you do get to this point where there's celebration, where you have seen your boldness, where you've been reborn, where you see yourself differently, where you finally feel like you're being the fullest authentic expression of you that your soul came here to be, the universe is saying, then it's time to take a break. So possibly, potentially, scheduling a little bit of downtime at the end of the month to rejuvenate, to recover, to nourish yourself, to revel in what you've created, to truly let the celebration land and not just go, yay, I did it, and then on to the next thing, 'cause that's very much our human nature. So the universe is saying that's important for you to take that time. And the universe wants you to know, my collective stepping forward, and they're saying there'll be the feeling of, okay, I've landed that job, or I've took that bold action and it paid off, and now I gotta keep going to make sure it sustains. I can't rest now. Now I really have to put the pedal to the metal. And you're saying no. My collective is saying you'll need to slow down, because yes, you're opening up the door to so much more, and you're gonna have the power to be able to execute on whatever opportunities wins you just created for yourself. You have the power to do it. Trust that. Trust that it's okay to just take a break for a few days or a week toward the end of this month, early next month, to just revel in everything and to replenish so that you can move further faster. Okay? So, some practical guidance for you there. Let's get any last guidance from our last deck. For your deck two. Yeah, I feel the exhaustion almost at the end of the month, but it's like a good exhaustion. It's like when you've spent the whole day doing something you love, but you're tired, or like, you spend the whole day at an amusement park if you're on vacation, and it's like you're all exhausted from being out in the sun or from, riding all the roller coasters or whatever it is, but it's like, it's a good exhaustion because you had so much fun. It wasn't from stress or burnout. It's like you had so much fun, you had so much success, you found yourself in a new way. But there's going to be like this exhaustion at the end of it. When you start to feel it, then you were saying like, let yourself rest, right? And that's going to pay off again in the long game, in the big picture, if you take just a little bit of time to celebrate and to rest, right? Oh, okay, that went flying. Let me go grab that card for you. I will be right back. All right, so the card that went flying all the way across the room was White Raven Spirit, Trust in the Magic. So, my loves, this is going to be magical. Let it be good. Like, you get to trust in your magic, okay? Trust in your power to create the reality you desire. Trust in yourself. Trust that you've got it. When you feel good and you feel in alignment, do not doubt it, okay? Trust in the magic. And then when things start to manifest, as you start to see the payoff and the big things on the other side of things, trust it. Trust that it's working out. Don't start to self-sabotage by going, oh my God, is this really happening? I need to work harder to make it happen. It's like, just let it be. Trust that it gets to be good, that you've actually finally, I'm getting a sense like you've made it. You've made it. Trust it. Don't overthink it. Don't self-sabotage is what I'm getting. We also have Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. So you're going to be tying up a lot of loose ends too. As you move into this, whatever the success is, you're going to be tying up some loose ends. You're going to be seeing, honestly, you're also just going to be able to look back at everything that you've kind of been doing over the last, since a year or two, and see how everything, even when it looked like it wasn't working, was actually working out for you. Nothing was wasted. Also, I'm getting a sense there's going to be, again, this might be part of why you see yourself in a whole new light and you know your power more and you feel like you've arrived, is because you're going to look back at past experiences that happened after you reach like whatever we're celebrating, right? Whatever the big win is that you're reaching and the huge payoff of that bold action. You're going to look back and go, oh my God, I can see how it was all working out for me. Like, you're going to have such clarity of like how like things that you did that maybe you thought were a waste of your time or missed opportunities or things that you failed at, like you're going to look back at those things and go, oh, I see how it was all actually working out for me. And actually, I'm so glad that thing didn't work out because now I'm here, or I'm so glad that I didn't actually succeed in that one way because it taught me the skill that now has allowed me to be here, right? So there's just going to be some really beautiful closure and recognition of everything really working out for you and your full power, right? I want to make room for your last card here. And now our last card that we pulled was Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. So there will be things, I get the sense this is going to happen once you've reached this big boon at the end of the road here for you. And you're looking back on it and you know your full power and all of that. It's going to be time to then let go of things that are no longer serving you, that maybe helped you get to this point, but that you now know have run their course, right? They've overstayed their welcome. I do get a sense this might be some people in your lives. There might be people who aren't really happy to see you win. Those are not people who need to stick around, is what the universe is saying. You might think that you need those people in some way to then stay successful. You don't, right? Take care of your heart, right? But then also just habits, old stories of how you used to see yourself too, that are not supportive, that don't feel good. Let those go too. Those have no place in this new level you are stepping into. All right. So really, really beautiful deck too. This, like, it makes me, like I said, emotional. My heart feels so full and so expansive looking at these cards for you, especially this one, of just knowing how much you're going to be like, I've arrived. Not just I've arrived in life, like in what I want to achieve, but I've arrived, like the truest version of me has arrived. And that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. I'm so excited for you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel for future card readings, channel messages, and other spiritual tips and tools for manifesting money. Let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. I'd love to get to connect with you and just also celebrate whatever wins you're celebrating or moving toward this month. I do want to say, if you struggle to consistently think, feel, and act as though you have the wealth you desire, as though you have that ability to create the wealth you desire, to be that energetic match for money and actually manifest it into your life. Like if you're constantly being pulled out of that high vibe energy around money because of your inner stories or your current 3D reality before the money shows up, then you are more than welcome to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. I created this membership as a place for myself and others to be able to come to really master that ability to hold the energy of abundance before the money you desire shows up. It is by far my favorite place to hang out on the internet and is full of like-minded people, resources, a book club, and monthly challenges, all to help you find new modalities and practices for holding that vibe around money and manifesting the wealth you desire. It's also the only place where you can get exclusive and sometimes personalized card pulls from me. So the link for that, for the Wealth Vibe membership, is in the description below. I would love to get to connect with you there if it feels aligned to you. And of course, if you want to grab your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, the link for that is also in the description and in the pinned comments below. With all that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, massive transformation, deck 2. I'm so excited in February, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 3. You picked the Healing Waters Oracle deck and the Labradorite Crystal Point. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially or professionally in the month of February. If you have jumped to this point in the video without watching the first few minutes where we did our collective card pull and we kind of determined the energy that we're all going to be playing with collectively around money this month, you might want to go back and do that. Totally up to you. But we ultimately, just to sum it up, found that the energy that we are all going to be kind of stepping into and experiencing and able to tap into and harness this month as a collective and on an individual level is really a kind of like grounded, calm celebration, right? Like there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of big wins available to us internally, externally, but most importantly, wins that feel nourishing to us on a soul level, that feel very aligned internally, not just externally, not just in the material realm of money. So we are going to dive into your reading to see how you can really navigate that energy and what it has in store for you, what that's all going to look like specifically for you this coming month in February. Before we dive in, a very quick reminder that I do not currently offer private readings to the general public. So please be aware of anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me and offering readings. Those people are not me. The only place I do offer personalized readings is inside of the Wealth Vibe membership, where my members have opportunities to get personalized card pulls from me, along with tons of other exclusive content around money mindset and manifestation. The link for the Wealth Vibe membership and for the Wealthy Woman Oracle are both in the description below if you want to grab your own copy or come join me inside of the membership. With that being said, let's move your crystal out of the way and let's dive into your reading. And let's just start shuffling and see what's in store for deck 3 financially or career-wise in February. How can deck 3 navigate that energy? How can you get to those big celebrations that are available to you this month? What's that all going to look like? What guidance do we have? I feel like there's at least one more in here. That's it. What guidance do we have for deck 3? So we have stagnant waters, feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow and change. So this is a month where the things that have felt stuck in your life, especially in your career and in your finances, are finally going to start to shift. This is where the tides are changing. You are going to, that might be cause enough for celebration on its own. We'll see what other cards we have here. But to start, it's like you've probably been feeling pretty stagnant, maybe stagnant in your finances, maybe stagnant in your trajectory in your career, your business, just kind of feeling like you're not where you want to be financially or career-wise in some level, right? Like you're not moving up the ladder at your job. You're not seeing the sales you want in your business. You're kind of stuck. You're just plateaued, right? And also I get the sense this is also keeping you feeling stuck physically as well. So maybe like you can't get that gym membership or take care of your health as much as you'd like to because you just don't feel like you have the extra funds or the time for it or the freedom to do it because of your job or things like that. Or that you can't also, like, I'm feeling the sense like you also can't travel as much as you like. And so you were saying that's all starting to shift this month. There's going to be something, we'll get some more cards down on. I want to see what other cards we just pulled, but there's going to be an opportunity for this all to shift this month. So let's see what else we have. Mother of the Salt Waters, passion, wild love, open your heart, let love in. So Universe is saying part of what's creating this stagnation that you've maybe been experiencing is that you aren't passionate about what you're doing, or the passion for what you do has fizzled out. Like maybe you still love the industry you're in, the business or the company you're with, or what you do in your business if you're an entrepreneur, but the actual day-to-day stuff, you've kind of lost the love for it. You've lost the magic for it. So Universe is saying that this is actually going to be a time where you'll be able to either delegate things or shift job positions or roles or responsibilities so that you can actually be doing more of what you truly love. And that's going to help you get unstuck in your finances too. So looking for opportunities to bring more passion and excitement into your work, into your business, whatever it is that you do to make money, is going to be really important. And there's going to be some really beautiful opportunities to do that this month, as long as, again, I'm getting the sense like you got to be looking for them. Some of them might fall into your lap. I think more of the guidance I'm getting is it's just going to be that if you are staying open to them, then in looking for opportunities, you will start to see them appear more and more this month. You might have been looking for a while for opportunities for you to shift and to just do the things you love, be in your creative zone of genius day to day, rather than being maybe bogged down by the minutia of admin work or just things that you don't love to do in your current role in your business or work. So this is a time to be looking for those things, see opportunities for them, because the opportunities will be there. And when you start to shift, the universe thing is like, don't even worry about like, how do I make more money? How do I get past my financial plateau? The answer is going to be in bringing more passion, reigniting your passion back into what you do. If that means changing jobs altogether, that might be something that you explore this month. You might have an opportunity to do that. It just might mean maybe hiring a team member, outsourcing some work in your business. It might mean talking to your boss or, shifting positions within your company so that you start to be able to do more of what you love or something that feels more fulfilling, right? That's what we were talking about with this collective energy this month, is we're looking for things that are more fulfilling, that give us more life, that feel aligned on a soul level to us in our work and in the way money flows to us. So you were saying, the question that you should be asking yourself right now is not really a question of how do I make more money or how do I get unstuck or how do I get past this financial plateau or stagnation. That's not really the question. And I feel like maybe that's the question you've been asking for a while and that's continuing to keep you stuck. The question that you need to be asking, especially this month, is how do I bring more excitement, fulfillment, and passion back into my work? Maybe it's a simple mindset shift. Maybe it's changing your perspective. Maybe it's changing what you're doing day to day. Maybe it's shifting jobs. Maybe it's delegating work. Maybe it's talking to your manager. There are a lot of different ways that this can take shape for you, of ways you can bring the passion back into it. So be looking for those things, looking for that and focusing on that question this month instead of asking the question of how do I make more money? And just know that in doing that, the universe is saying, in doing that, when you start to bring your spark, your passion, your magic back into what you do, the money's going to flow. But that's actually what's keeping you stuck. That's what's keeping you stagnant, is the lack of a passion for what you're doing, the lack of being in love with the work that you do. So take that as that applies to you. We have deep sea diving, way of the mystic, learn through experience, learn through experiencing depths. So again, this just kind of goes with here, is that you crave depth, you crave fulfillment. That's what you've been craving. Maybe you haven't linked these two things in your mind and understood that because you're not feeling like you can go deep enough, that you can grow in your current work or in your position, that you feel like you're having those deeper, fulfilling experiences and doing that work that feels like you're making a difference in the world or making an impact on people's lives. Because you're not having that in your work or in your career, that's what's keeping you stuck and stagnant. You might have connected these two things together. You might not have. I'm getting the sense that many of you haven't connected. You've been like, I'm financially stuck. I also don't love what I do. Those things are connected. You don't love what you do, and that's creating the stuckness. So again, like I said, it might be that you still love the industry and the idea of what you do, but it's like the day-to-day tasks get in the way, or else you've just have fallen out of love with the industry or the career path you're on entirely. Because this is a general reading for, general public, that will look different for different people listening to this. But for you, you got to ask yourself the question, how do I bring more fulfillment, more passion, more joy, more depth to my work? How can I do that? Is that changing jobs? Is it changing daily responsibilities? Is it outsourcing work? Is it getting a team member? That's going to be the key to you unlocking more financial success and also just feeling more alive in your work and in your life. And that's probably going to be what the celebration is like finally feeling like you got unstuck this month. We also have metamorphosis, embrace transformation. Things are different now. Things are now different. So this is again kind of like at the end of the month where we're going to end up for deck 3, is that things will look very different from how they do now. If you're asking yourself, if you're prioritizing bringing passion, fun, excitement back into your work, it sounds so simple, but making sure that you're enjoying what you do in the day-to-day work and finding the joy in it. Sometimes we kind of have to change our perspective to find the joy and look at, because our mind normalizes something that we once thought was like a dream job. And then you get there and you're like, after doing it for a year or two, you're like, yeah, it's the same thing every day. It's like, go back to what you truly love about what you do, why you got into it in the first place. And if you don't love what you do, start looking for a way to shift into something that you do love doing for money, for work, for income. So things are going to look very different at the end of the month if you're focusing on this question, right? Like we have all these blue cards. I know this is a water deck, but this is a green card of that stagnation, that stagnant energy. As long as you're focusing not on being stuck, like the universe is like, don't keep telling the story of being stuck. Don't keep telling the story of being stuck. Start telling the story of I'm reigniting my passion. I'm reigniting the love for what I do. It's going to allow me to go deep into things and really master what I do and bring my magic to it, bring my unique energy to it. And in doing that, everything's going to transform. Finances are going to start to naturally rise and up level and flow more. So embrace that, right? Embrace this change. If you've been hoping and waiting for just things to change, for just the money to start coming in, but you're not changing, this is kind of a wake-up call to that too. Often we think in our lives, like money is just this external thing, and so we just hope one day it falls in our lap, we win the lotto or something like that. But really, for money to come to us, we have to, if it's not coming to us and we're stuck somewhere for a while, that means that we have to change before the money can change. A lot of times we want things in our external reality to change, but we're not willing to change. If you're not willing to change, if you're not willing to look for and find the ways consciously and intentionally to reignite your joy in what you do, then you'll just stay stuck. That's what the universe is saying. So it's just saying you go first. You need to change. And it doesn't have to be this big change. I don't get the sense there's much healing work to do or anything like that. It's really just like, do you need to change perspective? Do you need to change jobs? Do you need to change your routine? Do you need to change your mindset? Do you just need to change the work you're doing and delegate things, right? Like, just there needs to be one or two changes that allow you to unlock more of that passion and joy for what you do. And that's going to lead to all the success and unstuckness that you've been looking for. Deck 3. All right, let's see what else we have for you. What other guidance does the universe have around this or anything else for what is in store for deck 3. Ooh, this card is going to come out. Let's start with these. I feel like there's one more for you. All right, let's see what we have here. Make sure I don't mess up everything. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. All right, so this might be more of a mindset thing for you to shift, right? It might not even be changing jobs, though it could be. But it seems what's coming through is more of like the guidance of shift your mindset, work on your mindset, work on the stories that you are continually telling yourself about your work, right? Like I said, it's very easy for our mind to normalize things that we once idolized. So if you've come far in your career or your business, or you have a job that you once thought was like your dream job, and then, you know, over the years you become disenchanted with it, and now you kind of am like, I don't love it, I'm stuck. It's okay to admit that you want deeper work, that you maybe want to do something a little bit different, but the way you're going to get there is not by continually just kind of being stuck and pig-headed about it and being stubbornly saying, I need to do something, my external world has changed for me to feel happy. You need to be able to feel, to find ways to feel excited and fulfilled in your current job. I know that's easier said than done. All right. I've been, before I left my day job, before I started my business years ago, I was in day jobs that it's like, whether I loved them starting out or not, I remember being frustrated with them, being like, I'm so trapped here. I'm stuck here. I just need to leave. I'll be so much happier when I'm out of here. But the truth is that if you can't find at least some ways, some little ways to enjoy where you are, then you're not an energetic match for more enjoyment there or anywhere else. So I'm just getting the guidance for you to just find the little things that you enjoy about your current work, or where you are financially, or how your business is right now. Like, find the things you do love and just try to like amplify your love for those a little bit. Try to be more present with those things and make those things matter more than the things that you don't love, right? This is not to say that we ignore any toxic work environments, or we ignore that we really don't feel aligned with something anymore. But if you're not in a position to immediately shift the things that are no longer aligned and shift into being able to focus purely on what you want to focus on and what brings you joy in your work or your business right now, then just start, the universe is saying, by focusing on the little things that you love about it and making those things really matter more to you, really sinking into those things and enjoying them for as much as you can, and see how that then starts to give you more ideas of where you could shift things, or it starts to bring you more opportunities for more enjoyment in your business, more fulfillment, more passion, because you're becoming that energetic match, and that's what you're focusing on, right? Like, where our attention goes, our energy flows. So if you're continually complaining inwardly or outwardly about your job or your work or your business, you'll continue to attract more things and notice more things to complain about, and to make you feel stuck, and to reinforce the story of being stuck and the reality of being stuck. If you start to tell the stories and put your attention on the things and celebrate the things that you do love in your business or your work, and you really lean into those things a little bit and really savor them, even if you only do them for 10 minutes a day, just savor them. Just take pure enjoyment in those things. Find those little things. Even if it's like you love that you can take a 10-minute break whenever you want, milk that for all it's worth. Be grateful for it, enjoy it, and then see how then you start to notice other little things you maybe like about your job, or other ways you could bring more joy into it, or finally get clarity on where you could go instead to work if this place isn't right for you, right? Like, this isn't to say be okay with exactly where you are. It's more to say find the joy with where you are so you can unlock more of it, which will unlock more money, and you get to celebrate that at the end of the month. Of course, Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. Just confirmation of what we were saying, right? Like, be playful. Have fun. Make a little game out of your work, out of the things, even the things that you don't like, the things that feel like they grate on you or make you feel stuck or resentful of where you are right now, financially or career-wise. Make a game out of it, right? Make a game out of catching yourself every time you get kind of discouraged about where you are or start mentally or outwardly complaining. Make a game out of it, right? Like, tally down all the times you do it, and every time you do it, you know, have to do a push-up or something like be playful with changing your mindset. Be playful also with just your tasks at work. Like, make games out of those things. Like, anything can shift quickly when we decide to shift how we look at it, is what the universe is saying. So bring a playful energy to it. We also have Peacock Spirit, Let It Shine. Make sure this is still on camera. I think it is. So really, it's so interesting because each of the three readings have had at least one animal come up from this deck with a crown on it. So I just feel like everyone's coming out on top this month. Like, we're all winning in different ways this month. We're all celebrating things. We're all finding more fulfillment in our work and our money in different ways this month, which is so exciting. We're all going to succeed in that. So when you know, like this playfulness you have, let that shine through. Let it shine through in the work you do, with your coworkers, with your clients, with your team members, whatever it is. Like, let your fun and your playful spirit that you're going to be bringing to everything, like your whatever passions you can find to amplify, let all that shine through, because it's going to inspire other people. And honestly, that might unlock opportunities for promotions or things like that for you to then fall back in love with your work even more, or change roles, or just become unstuck with where you are. So don't, you know, share that with it. Like, just be playful and don't worry about what other people think. Like, they want to play too, right? Everyone wants to play more, especially when it comes to work. Most people are tired, don't want to work. But if you can make it fun, not only do you become incredibly magnetic and attractive to people, opportunities, money, you also just become, you're having more fun, and then other people have more fun, which amplifies your fun, and then you're all in on the game together. So the universe is like, just have fun. I know it's so simple, but we kind of forget that, right? We forget it as humans. We get so serious about things like money and work. And I know that sometimes we're in positions financially or career-wise that we don't want to be in. But the truth is, you can find fun and play wherever you are. It doesn't mean you have to be okay with the situation you're in and never strive for something different. It just means, like, if you can just lighten up a little bit and play, like, life transforms and completely opens up to you. Oh my gosh, we are definitely not reading all of those, are we? There's 4. All right, yeah, we'll read them. Those are for you. I thought that was way more cards. I was like, that can't be right, universe. But it is. It didn't even have to shuffle. These are the messages for you. Memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. I would not be surprised if a lot of you work with technology, or technology is the thing that's kind of maybe bogging you down, that you don't really love doing. Maybe this is something that you can outsource to other people or switch away from. But I'm actually getting that, like, the thing that you're kind of saying to yourself is the biggest thing that makes you feel stuck or like passionless in your work is actually the thing that holds the most opportunity for passion for you. So it could be, I think this is more of just an example that's coming through so that I can relay this message to you. But for example, if you signed up, you're like, I'm in marketing, but I'm expected to know a lot of tech that I didn't have to know maybe years ago, or that I just really don't love. And that's the part of my job that I don't like doing, is the more technical stuff. I just want to work on the creative side of marketing. The universe is saying, or you felt like, I'm an artist, but I've been hired somewhere and I need to be working with this program I don't really know how to use on a computer, right? The universe is saying, by actually dropping the resistance and fixing your mindset around it and being playful about learning it more, about accelerating it, and about progressing in proficiency, and just being playful about it and not putting pressure on it and not holding resentment for it, you might actually find a whole lot of new passion in that. Could be, right? Could also be that you need to, again, switch into a different role, into doing different things that allow you to feel like you're growing as a person. So take that as that comes for you. There's kind of dual meanings there, but the universe really is encouraging you to start to get cozy with the things that you think are keeping you stuck. They're probably not actually what's keeping you stuck. It's just your unwillingness to see the potential in them that's keeping you stuck. I don't know, Deck 3, the universe is kind of calling you out big time in this reading, but it's all very much with love. So let's just be clear. All right, we also have Crown Chakra Upgrade, Divine Connection, Holy Experiences, Miraculous Energy. So again, and kind of diving deeper into the things that excite you, or into things that actually kind of feel like they take away from your excitement, but finding a way to find excitement in them is going to be a really almost like spiritual experience, which is so interesting because I get the sense that a lot of you who are experiencing this, you might not work in spirituality. You might, which this would make sense. It's your own growth as you help others grow, all that sort of stuff. But I get the sense it's like you're going to have some sort of kind of almost spiritual breakthrough as you are being more playful, finding new ways to, or new areas to introduce or find passion in your work and fulfillment in your work. You're going to have some sort of like holy experience, some sort of divine connection, some sort of upgrade, right? Spiritually. And I get the sense it's going to kind of come out from nowhere. It's going to take you by surprise. It's going to be in a really unpredictable way. We also have solar light upgrade. You have a lot of upgrades, upgrade acceleration, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. Yeah, you're going to, part of, again, moving through this, finding the passion is going to be igniting that willpower. And as you do that, you're going to reignite that inner fire that you have been trying to reignite for so long or have felt like has gone out. And it's going to just give you this upgrade. I think this is part of also what's going to lead to this upgrade. Yeah, ancestral realm. Okay, karmic release, healing the lineage boundaries. This makes a lot of sense. So part of why you're stuck, my loves, deck 3, part of why you're stuck where you are and what's coming to a head for you this month of February and what's available to you this month is finishing out a karmic cycle, releasing a karmic cycle that's been going down through your lineage, whether we're talking about genealogically, biologically, your human lineage, or your soul's lineage, right? Whichever resonates for you. This is a pattern that others before you have repeated and that has been handed down to you. You've maybe even repeated it several times throughout your life or past lives of just, maybe I get the sense you're someone who you jump into something, you're like, I love it, this is my passion, and then it's not your passion anymore after a little while. And this isn't to say it's bad to jump from thing to thing, rather it's that you do have passions in this lifetime. You do have things you're passionate about, but it just feels like you can never land fully in those passions and be fulfilled and be financially successful with the things you love doing because you have yet to really learn how to cultivate this skill of being so playful and being able to see the potential for different passions to arise out of things that at first glance seem like very difficult or heavy or challenging or full of resistance. So universe is saying this month is really the time for you to finally and truly learn to be playful, to find passion in your work no matter what you're doing. And then of course by doing that you will find more and more or be led to other opportunities. And I saw 2222, so beautiful confirmation for you. You will be led to other opportunities that hold even deeper fulfillment and passion for you. So this is something that your soul came here to learn, was how to have fun, how to play, especially when it comes to money or obligations or work. Oftentimes in our society, we see work and play as different things. We say work hard, play hard. They can all be interconnected because everything is interconnected. So this is a lesson that you are here to learn, and this month is giving you the opportunity to bring that learning, that karmic cycle to an end in your lineage, which is really beautiful, to master this, to fully upgrade, both on kind of a deeper, more primal level and also a more spiritual level. And that's really, really exciting. So to sum this up, deck 3. If you've been feeling stagnant or stuck in some way financially or career-wise, do not worry. Do not ask yourself, how do I get unstuck? Ask yourself, how do I bring more passion and more inner fire, excitement to what I do? Look for opportunities where you are right now to bring more excitement to what you do. Learn the lesson of how do you find fun and play no matter where you are and what you're doing, and see what that unlocks for you. See how that really dissolves that feeling of being stuck and opens up more financial success, more career success, more personal success, more fulfillment. and so much to celebrate and all of this soul wealth, right? And this is a big part of what your soul came here to learn. This is a pivotal point for you. I am also getting the guidance that if you don't learn the lesson this time around, you'll learn it next time, like either in the next life or in like I'm getting a few months or a couple years down the road. So it's not like you're gonna mess this up if you really can't find the play. This month in your work, there will be other opportunities to learn this lesson I'm getting in this lifetime. But who doesn't want to just have more fun now, right? It's kind of why we want more money. We think we're going to have more fun when we have it in one way or another. You can have fun right now. And in doing that and no longer stressing about the money or how you're going to get there or more of it, you get there so much faster, and just as a byproduct of having fun and playing and not letting yourself get bogged down by the things that you think are keeping you stuck. Nothing's really keeping you stuck except yourself. And I know that can be triggering for some people. Of course, there are always things we can't control in our reality. This is not to victim blame. Again, this does not apply if you're in like a toxic workplace or anything like that. But in any given situation, you can always control the way you perceive things, and you can always try to look for more fun and more play. And that's something that is within your control. So take control of it, is what the universe is saying. And that's going to be the key that unlocks so much more abundance for you. This is going to be something that if you can really nail this month and really learn this lesson and clear this karma, you're going to be celebrating so much. You're going to have so much to celebrate on a spiritual plane and on a material plane. So that's your reading, deck 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel for future card readings, channel messages, and other spiritual tips and tools for manifesting money. Make sure you like this video and let me know in the comments how this resonated with you, what you're most excited about. Let me know what you're taking away from it. I love to get to connect with you in the comments of these videos. It means so much to me. And I do want to say that if you struggle to find that play, to feel abundant and playful before the money shows up, right? If you struggle to think, feel, and act as though you have the wealth and the freedom and the playfulness and the passion that you desire to have, like you're constantly being pulled out of that high vibe energy around money and work because of your current circumstances, your 3D reality, then you are more than welcome to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. I created this membership because I wanted a space for myself and others to help us hold the energy of abundance before it shows up at the next level we desire. It is hands down my favorite place to hang out on the internet. It's full of like-minded people, resources, a book club, monthly challenges, so much good stuff to help you find new modalities and practices for manifesting money. That's also the only place where you can get exclusive and sometimes personalized card pulls from me. So the link for that is in the description below, and I would love to get to connect with you there if it feels aligned to you. And of course, if you want to grab your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, the link for that is also in the description below this video. With all of that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity and abundance in February. I can't wait to see what changes, what passion you ignite, and what upgrades you have this month in your career and finances. And I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.